Welcome back to this new pixel ray tutorial. Today we want to create a quick moon scene. Let's jump right in. Okay, here we are in a fresh Blender scene, and today we want to use cargo. So we want to go to models, free. Today we want to use only here the rover garage. So let's press download and import. And then we want to hop into Blender. Now you should have here these rover garage. We want to put this here in the Y to 62. For today I want to change the camera now. So let's go here into the camera view, 0 by 0.9 by 0.9. And let's rotate this to 117 by 0 by 0. We don't need the cube, so let's delete this one. And let's make a second window. Now we change here the render engine to cycles GPU compute. Let's change this one here to rendered. And now we want to go here into the camera settings and change this one here to panoramic. And I want to change this to 15. And we can bring in the viewport display and change this to black. And we want to bring in here now a new mesh, a landscape. If you don't have this, just go to preferences and search here for landscape ANT. So let's go with this one here. The first one is right here under the rover garage. So let's go here to item, and I want to change the scale to 55.2 by 70 by 2.13. Let's bring this now to -1.1 by 55 by -0.3. And we need this one several times. Let's duplicate this one here again. And I want to change this now to -13 by 9 by 0. I want to scale this now to 31 by 70 by 2.4. So we're having a little bit of foreground. Let's duplicate this one again and put this over to the right side. Let's go with 26.6 by 9 by -0.5. And I want to scale this to 50 by 70 by 5.53. So we are having now a little bit of an edge, which leads here our view. Finally, we want to bring in here something on the left side as well. So let's duplicate this one again. And let's go with -26.8 by 9 by -0.67. And let's scale this now really high here in the Z to 14.4. So we're having a little bit more stuff here. That's the scene here now. Let's bring in here our rust. So let's go into the asset browser, and now we can put him to the new position. So let's go with -1.6 by 4.8 by 0.35. Okay, and we need here a little bit of texturing here. So let's select one of the landscapes and switch over to the shade editor. Let's make a new material. Maybe let's name this to Moon. And I want to select the principal BSDF. Let's go to Node Wrangler and add a new texture setup. If you don't have this, go to preferences and search for Wrangler. Enable this one. Let's add a principal setup, and we want to go with a rock 29. Let's select the normal GL, the color, the displacement, and the roughness. Let's change here on the right side to the material preview. Yeah, we can see on both sides that this is not looking cool. What we want to do now is change here the UV to object. So let's bring this here in between. That looks better. I want to change here the scale a little bit. So let's go with 2 by 2. And yeah, because we are having a moon-like scene, we don't want to have any color. So let's use a hue and make the saturation, or change the saturation to 0. And let's turn the roughness a little bit down. So I want to go with a color ramp and bring the white slider a little bit to the center. So we are having no reflective stuff here going on. Now we want to bring the material to all the other landscapes. Let's select them by pressing Shift. And the last one is which has the material. And now let's press Ctrl L and go to Link Materials. Now everything looks good. Let's go here into the world settings, and I want to change the color to black. And now we can go ahead here and use here our light. I want to put this here in front here of our garage. So let's go with an area, and I want to change this now to 1000. And let's put this now to 8.2 by 53 by 4.5 by -90 by 0 by 0. And we can change the rectangle here to 9 by 6.5. Let's duplicate this slide by pressing Alt and D. And we want to put this over to -3.7. So we're having this light on the left side as well. Now we need the earth for the background. I found an image on Unsplash. What we want to do now is bring this image into Blender. There is a cool feature. We can go to Image and Image as Planes. If you don't have this in the menu, just go to Preferences, search for Plane, and activate Import Images as Planes. Now let's go to Image as Plane. We want to select here now the Unsplash image. We want to change this here to Emit, Opaque in the blend mode, and we have to turn off the alpha. So let's go here and uncheck the alpha. Let's press Import Image as Planes. Now this one is inside. Let's go and scale this one really big. So let's go with 950 by 950. And I want to bring this now to -15 by 155 by -226. The earth is in the editor, but not in the rendering. That's why we have to go into the camera settings. We have to change here the clip end to 2. Now we are having our earth back. For some space stuff, we need some stars. Let's go here and create a new mesh and UV sphere. This sphere is really big as well. So let's go with 2000 in the X, Y, and Z. Let's make a new material. And this one we want to use for some stars, a noise texture. Let's put this one into a ramp. And this one goes right into the base color and into the emission. To see what we are doing, let's bring the black slider a little bit down. So let's go with this one here. And now we want to scale the stuff down. Let's go with 500. I want to increase the detail to 15. Maybe you can see this here a little bit more what is going on. So I want to bring in this roughness to 0.77. And the distortion is cool. And we're having now some stars here. We can't see them because we have to increase here the emission strength to 25. Okay, and there's one problem now. So let's zoom in a little bit. Is an image. And with this image, maybe when I zoom in, you can see that the image has a black border. And we want to have the stars here right to the earth. And to change this, we have to go back into the earth material. We want to create a little mask around here, our earth. So let's do this really quick by going and search here for a gradient texture. And we need, as always, color ramp. Put this one into the alpha channel. Now let's change the gradient texture to spherical. And when we are turning down here the slider, we can see that we are having some kind of mask, but not in the center. To change this, we have to go here and add the texture setup. Let's select this one. Now we want to change the X and Y location to -0.5. And when we are playing now here with this one, we can see that we are having a circular mask around our earth. Let's bring the black slider a little bit to this one here. And now we can bring the white slider here right to this. Now we can see that the stars are now here right to our earth, which is cool. That was this tutorial, and if you like my stuff, check out and subscribe to my channel. If you want to support me, check out my Blender Market or Camera page. See you there, and bye.